Friday morning, 9th September, it's coming up to 8:15. Lady Gaga is here with me.
Hey.
Hiya.
Hey, yo.
Hiya. Yep.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Here for a little bit. I feel like it's been, because you're here for a co-host.
Yes.
I feel like we're going to have to make you do some work.
Okay.
You know, like some texts.
I'm not working right now.
She's actually on a sabbatical.
What am I doing a bad job?
No, you're doing a great job, but I mean...
Okay, you want me to introduce someone?
Yeah, I want you to do things like that.
Okay.
We'll do that in a little bit.
Okay.
Some real-life DJing,
Okay.
basically.
Okay.
So we just played Perfect Illusion. If you're just waking up, Lady Gaga is here, and we just played your song for the first time on Radio 1.
Thank you.
Which is super exciting. And we were talking about the record, and you were saying that Mark Ronson and you sat down and you wrote this from scratch. And
Well, actually, no. This song, Kevin Parker from Tame Impala, this was really his brainchild.
Right.
And he flew to us from Australia, and he came with this idea. It was the beginning of a song called Illusion. And we started to work on it, you know, like I said, we stripped everything away. I was at the piano, Kevin was at guitar, Mark was at the bass, and we just played through it, and I work on a typewriter, and we would bounce new lyrics back and forth, change the melody, shift it. What was important to me was that it wasn't a song just about any illusion, but about one that we all can relate to. The one that is a struggle to get over. So I wanted it to be a certain type of illusion. So that's when we added the perfect, and the song just kind of came together, and I just love working with them. Yeah, so it was all of us together, but yeah, I have to hand it to Kevin for being he's a real musical genius.
how did you first fall in love with Tame Impala? Because we had them at like Big Weekend back in May. Me and Fifi went to see them at Glastonbury, and that record is like one of my favourites.
Yes.
How do you like contact someone like that? If you listen to a record and you like it, how do you reach out to somebody?
Well, I mean, when it comes to Kevin, it's purely based on his musicianship and his, obsession with music, his discipline, the way that he communicates with me in the studio. You know, you never know when you work with someone if it's going to work out, but if you can't hurt to ask.
Yeah. Have you ever asked anyone and they've said no?
I don't think so.
They'd be stupid to, really.
I don't know.
Do you know what I
I'd
mean?
have to think about it.
Have you ever said...
I don't, like, if you've looked at my earlier work in the credits, I haven't really collaborated nearly as much as I did on this record. But it was done in a way, like I said, it wasn't over email. You know what I mean? I wasn't in the studio by myself, and then they were sending me records or tracks. Everything was made organically in a room while we looked out into the sunshine, and it was peering in through, the trees. It was really magic. It was really fun.
That's like old school, which I like, because I always find it weird when we have someone on and we're like, hey, how is it working with, I don't know, Justin Bieber? And they're like, don't know, never met them. And it's quite weird if you've like done a collaboration and you've never met.
I don't even understand that. I mean, it's like Kevin and I and Mark and I and Blood and I, we all became one another. You know, you can't... I don't feel that you can adequately make a record unless the souls of all the collaborators are really touching one another and on the same page. You can't be on the same page over the internet.
Is it quite weird when it's like day one in the studio, and you're like, hey, we've got because it's quite an honest space in that studio. You have to bare your soul and be honest with another. Is it ever awkward when you're like, okay, I've got to tell you this story about what happened to me?
You know what, actually... it's a very sweet story, but the first day that I was in the studio with Mark, I cried almost the entire day. And I'm sure you poor thing, men when women cry are just like, oh God, what do I do? But I was just so overwhelmed with excitement because he was like, okay, let's sit down and I want you to sit at the piano and let's see what's going on. What do you want to write about? What's going on in your life? What do you need to say? And it was so overwhelming to have that kind of love and that experience. And I just cried all day long. And I remember also I had written this song that is actually not on the album, but I played it for him. And it was a song about something very important to him in his life. And I just remember we both had this kind of emotional moment, and I just told him that I really wanted to do a great job making this record with him, and that's where it all started. Yeah. It's very emotional beginning the recording process. It's like you decide you're going to become family.
Yeah, I guess it's like a therapy or something, because you were talking about like this happened and I feel like this, and now it's kind of like a good cathartic thing to do.
Right, exactly. But you never know working with an artist or a producer if they're that open, you know, and available. And if they're not, and it's like, oh, we just want to make this like dope track, or like we just want to like put together, this is the new shit.
Sorry for the bad language.
Sorry.
Apologies.
This is the new thing. I apologize to those listeners. I have a potty mouth. The truth is that we didn't think about any of that. We just made great songs that we thought were great, and then we blasted them, I feel, into the stratosphere with these great collaborators that we worked with.
He said, I called him last night, Mark, to see just a little research chat, because I wanted to know what it was like in the studio.
Oh my God.
What do you think, first of all, before I tell you what he said?
I can't wait.
What do you think that he said about working with you in the studio? What do you think he's going to say about you?
He's going to say that I shout at him all day long.
He didn't say that at all. He said that he said on day one when you started cooking, or like, he said, I thought she was doing this to be like, hey, I'm Lady Gaga, but I'm normal, I'm cool, I'm safe. He said, but it turns out she was repeatedly late for the studio because you genuinely like marinating chickens and making pasta.
Yeah.
And he said she does not stop cooking, and you do the washing up yourself, which was a real shocker. I thought there'd be like a lady there for that or something. But initially he thought, oh, she's just doing this as a show. But he said that cooking like genuinely was what you're doing. You like looked after them all.
I wanted to, you know, Mark moved to, California from London to make the record. And, you know,
you've got to marinate a chicken if someone moves.
Yeah,
you know
but also it's like quite lonely on the road, and you know, it's like you're always ordering in, and you're eating, you know, pre-made food, and you know, it was nice. I got to cook for the boys, and you know, we'd take a break at around 5 every day, and we'd pour a whiskey, and we'd sit down and have a meal together like a family.
I like that.
And then I'd clean up, and I'd go back, and he'd be like, "Okay, we've got to do vocals. Let's go."
You're like, I'm just going to finish, just going to get
cooking.
try and soak this this tin.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna do celebrity advice line soon, and what we're gonna do is get people, because so many people want to talk to you.
Cool.
And we're gonna get people to call up, and you're gonna help them with their day-to-day lives.
Okay.
It could be cooking.
Okay.
If someone's trying
ready.
if someone's trying to like nail the perfect pasta.
I don't know if I'm the person to give advice. We're gonna find out.
Mark said he was good pasta. But we're going to do celebrity advice line, and we're going to get Lady Gaga to help the Radio 1 listeners solve some problems after this.
I'm a headless horseman.
Friday morning, Lady Gaga is here with us in the studio.
Hello.
I got to say, you've made the room smell really, really good.
Thank you.
It normally smells a little musty in here.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that.
No, but today it smells great.
Thanks. It's peppermint.
It's great.
Thank you.
We need that. Can we have it?
I can. Yeah, you can have some.
We need that.
But just peppermint and some water for because I got hay fever.
Oh, it smells great in here.
Thanks.
Okay, we're going to do this, what we do every now and then. It's called the Celebrity Advice Line. We are going to get you, as a woman that has an incredible career, seen the world, experienced everything, to solve every single problem that we have here in the UK.
Oh, that is a terrible mistake to ask me to do that.
Call me on my celebrity
Advice
line.
So first up, we cross over live to Jessica. Jessica, you are live on BBC Radio 1 with Lady Gaga. Good morning.
Morning, are you all right?
Hi, how are you, darling?
I'm really, really good. All the better for speaking to you.
Oh, so what's going on?
Well, I've got a question for you because I've won tickets to go to a fashion show tomorrow, and I really don't know what I should wear for it because I've never been to a fashion show before, so I don't know if I should go in something quite casual or do I go in something
Who's the
quite
designer?
It's for the Curve Fashion Festival, so there's like a few different like outlets that's going to be there. But yeah, so I don't know what I should go for. Do I go in something like kind of Oscar worthy? I really don't know.
Oscar worthy.
I think you should just go in something like, you know, comfortable but chic, you know, maybe like some, I don't know, high-waisted pants with a belt, nice T-shirt, a little coat over your shoulders, and some glasses. Pull your hair back. Just go, you know, relax so you can enjoy the fashion.
Yeah, oh, that sounds really good. I feel much more prepared now. Thank you very, very much for your advice.
You're welcome. I know nothing what you look like or where you're going exactly, but that was my guess.
Well, that's what I had in mind. I've got some high-waisted jeans that I think I was going to go for.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think actually you've cemented the idea in my mind now.
And roll the sleeves up. Roll the sleeves up.
Yes, no, I think I'll do that as well. We're on the same wavelength. I'm loving it. Thank you very much.
Or Jessica, or
yeah.
meat dress. If you've got any meat, no.
I feel like
that's
that's so like 2008 or whatever.
Yeah, are we over that?
Or
yeah.
what year was that? I don't even remember.
2010.
Well,
2010.
It's a long drive.
Yeah, or corn dress if you're vegetarian. I don't know. Well, good luck, Jessica. Hope you have fun.
Tomato dress.
Thank you very much.
Tin of tomato. Just
So
tomato
Warhol. Wow.
Where are all those outfits? I mean, because they were like changed on the hour. What do you keep them? Do you have like a storage unit? Are they in your house?
Yeah, I do. Well, I actually have an archive in California. It's a huge, huge vault that has all my clothes in it that I've worn, as well as props and stage pieces. And I have an archive of Michael Jackson's costumes, as well as some of Daphne Guinness's clothes.
Oh, wow.
Isabella Blow.
Oh, wow. And do you like just go in there and like hang out, or do you keep it as like a sort of a museum?
Well, this is sort of embarrassing, but I actually have not been to it yet because I feel like it's gonna feel like a funeral going in there. So I'm sort of terrified to go see all of those pieces lined up. And
it might be, like weird looking back at stuff that you've. But it's been such a part of your life.
Well, yeah, but I guess maybe from going to the McQueen exhibit here in London or the Izzy Blow exhibit, you go and you see the legacy of these artists, and they're put out on these mannequins, but they're gone, and it's so kind of amazing, euphoric, but also very sad.
Yeah.
So I think it's just more of like a really deep. I don't know. I've just talked to my therapist about it.
They're actually on the line right now. Good morning, Dr. Tamara. Hello. Good morning. You are live on Radio 1 with Lady Gaga. What's your problem?
Hello. So tonight I'm going out with my friend Billy. He always shows me up on the dance floor because obviously he doesn't have to wear heels. So I just wanted
He always what?
Shows her up on the dance floor.
Oh, okay.
Show him up on the dance floor because he does the best moves, and I have to wear heels, so that's why my heels aren't as good. Well, my dancing's not as good. So I'd like to know what your techniques are in dancing in your giant heels that you have.
Oh, okay. So what you have to do is you got to really hold your core when you're dancing. Like hold your stomach. I don't mean like suck it in. I mean like just feel strong. And then also you have to make sure you're connecting your muscles, like from your bum all the way down your legs to your big and center toe, and get that like that number 1 and 2 toe with the just the front of your foot. Really press down in the heels.
Yeah. Okay.
So you got to. It's almost like you got to grip the floor a little bit like a bird on a perch.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then bust a move with Billy.
Always.
Or you can always just take your shoes off and then just like put him on his face and run him down his shirt like that. He won't care what you're doing.
Yeah, rub your shoes on his face. He'll love that, Billy.
Yeah.
I think it's sexy.
Yeah. Thanks, Tamara.
Thank you.
Bye, Tamara. Are we going to do one more? Are we going to do more? Okay. Next up, we have Stuart. Stuart, what is your question for Lady Gaga this morning? She's solving the UK's problems.
Hi, guys. My problem is I'm flying off to Marbella for the weekend with 9 other hairdressers from Terence Paul, and that's not the problem. That's going to be great.
That's fine.
But we only have a 10-kilogram hand luggage case, so I can't take tweezers in case I get a runaway brow. I can't take all sorts of things. I can only take 100 ml, sort of lotions and things like that. So my question is for you, Lady Gaga, what should I take?
I think you should not worry about it, honestly. I think you should just get on the plane and go lay in the sun. This is not a problem. Like, these are not problems. None of these were actual problems. It's like shoes, dancing, lotion. Throw some sunscreen in the bag, and then, if you get caught at the airport, just, please, please. This is my favorite sunscreen. You can. Tell them it's your emotional support lotion. Have a note from your doctor sent.
Yeah, they're my emotional support tweezers. I need them. Can I just ask you, how long is the flight to Marbella?
Oh, it's about 2.5 hours.
Well,
so
you'll be fine for 2.5 hours without tweezers.
Dude.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
And don't talk to the chick about the tweezers either. Leave it out.
Don't mention that.
Yeah,
Just enough Grey Goose and everything. I think that'll get us through, won't it?
That'll help, yeah.
Who cares, man? If she's into you, she's not looking at your eyebrows.
Oh, no, there's 9 others, and I'm not with any of them, so we all work together.
Well,
Straighteners, hair dryers, and everything, but not a worry. We'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be great.
Well, have a good time.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your advice. Really appreciate it. I'll have a great one.
Bye, Stuart.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Stuart. Again, like, not real problems there on the phone.
None of those.
Would you
were
like
real problems.
next time, do you want, like, hard-hitting things like, I can't pay my mortgage, or divorce?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, that's what I thought was happening.
They're a little heavy.
But hey, whatever, it's cool.
Yeah, they're all sorted.
Listen, sometimes you have a meltdown about your eyebrows.
I hear you. Lady Gaga is here. We're going to chat more after the news. It is 8:32. It is time for the latest from Newsbeat with Tina.